Hey,
Hey,
I am with Dr. Chris Smith. I sent out an email about yesterday, and I thought more people knew your story, and only about 25% of the people actually did. So let's go through the story and tell them. You live in Pennsylvania, and
correct.
you were an emergency room vet.
Right.
What kind of hours did you put in?
Oh, anywhere from 40 to as many as 80 a week sometimes. There were some weeks where I'd pick up extra shifts when we were shorthanded and, during holidays. I did a lot of weekends, holidays, nights. Missed, generally I had to work 6 out of 8 major holidays during the year and 3 out of 4 weekends a month. So,
And you spent a heck of a lot of time away from your family and your kids.
yeah. Yep. So that was hard. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was challenging and rewarding and stressful, but the hours were tough.
And I remember some nights there would be times I would be up really late, and I would either get a text from you or a message or a Facebook message from you in the middle of the night, like, I just passed 10,000 for the week or whatever. Like you were there, but you would look and see I just sold, 6,000 of this or whatever.
Yeah, and smartphones are really a great thing to be able to check up on your stats.
Okay. So you had tried, I don't know if you can count this high, but how many different things did you try to make money online before you succeeded?
I mean, I tried blogging. I tried a little bit of affiliate marketing. I did do a blog that on fishing that made a little bit of money, but nothing where it was significant enough to leave my job or to pay for my kids' college or anything like that. Before that, I did real estate, and I did okay, and then I got hammered in the crash, and I did multi-level marketing about 4 times.
Right. I was going to ask you about the MLM stuff. I had seen something about that. And,
yeah.
Okay, so how many years ago are we talking about? This is 2 years that we're going back, or 3 years?
So it started early 2013. So
2013.
yeah, 3 years.
It's 3 years now. This is like your anniversary because we started around this time. Right. And then your first month was December 2013. And if my memory is correct, you kind of broke even that month. First.
Yeah, I was down a little bit. I had no successful campaigns in December. And then you helped me kind of zero in on some targeting on a fishing shirt. It might have been the last week of December, first week of January. It doesn't really matter. And I made like $200 profit. I think I finally, did something, but everything else flopped. Maybe I sold 1 or 2 shirts, but back then you had to sell 10 or 15 or whatever to be able to actually fulfill them. So,
okay. And then you went on from there and you had a much bigger month.
Yep. So then two big shirts. It only takes one. It only takes one good idea. And it was a veterinary technician shirt. Nobody had hit that niche yet. And I literally sold, I think, 3,000 hoodies in about 6 weeks, which 3,000 hoodies, you get about $20 profit per hoodie. So that was just crazy. And then fishing, I hit a big fishing shirt shortly thereafter, and then just kept, rolling after that once I figured out how to create a design that resonates with people.
Okay, and then you also learned some tricks in the trades of targeting as well.
Right.
And you learned how to make pretty much every advertising dollar count. Now, You didn't start out with big bucks, did you?
No, not at all.
And, like you didn't have, okay, I'm going to invest $20,000 in advertising and see where it goes.
Heck no. Yeah.
No. So...
No, I was feeling it when I was spending, $50 here or $20 there to test, and I wasn't seeing. And then I think I ran 30 shirts before I had one that did well.
Okay.
And so, and you didn't spend a lot of money on testing them, but still, it adds up.
Okay, now we did this for a while. And do you remember, it doesn't matter the month, but how much you had a really big month early on? How much
Hmm.
did you make? It doesn't matter the month, but how much did you make in that first big month?
It was close to 40,000 net profit.
Okay, not gross,
No.
net profit in
Yeah,
your
so like
pocket.
80, 90 grand. Yeah,
Okay, 40 of which went into your pocket.
right.
Pretty darn good, huh? Now,
Yeah,
now
I
what
was excited. I was waking up in the middle of the night looking at my phone saying, "Oh, I sold another 5. Oh, here it goes." It's exciting, and it still is. I mean, I'm still, it's up and down. It's, sometimes things are winning, sometimes they're not, but I'm still, looking at my phone and seeing things cranking. So,
So, silly question is, what was your wife saying at the time? What were your kids saying at the time? Was everybody excited? Um,
yeah, it was almost too good to be true. It was like, how can this keep going on? And, at the time I was still working all those hours and doing the t-shirts on the side. So it didn't actually change my lifestyle that much at the time. I was paying off debt. I was just saving up money, because I wanted to have that money for advertising. And so really I paid off my student loans. I paid off all credit card debt, got a lot of those things taken care of, as opposed to, buying a fancy car or anything like that.
Now, I do recall somewhere around June, July, or something like that, you did take the family down to Orlando for a big trip.
Yep. Yep. We went to Orlando. Actually, it was in December.
December. Well, that was one. I thought there was one over the summer, too.
I did. We did Cape Cod and some other traveling at that time.
Okay. And then December was a really big month for you, not just because of the vacation. What happened after a year? Did you hit any kind of money goals?
Yeah. Well, I left my job. So when things were really doing well, I actually made a transition from emergency to daytime practice 3 days a week. And I did that for about 6 months. And after 4 or 5 months of that, I realized it's really not what I wanted to be doing. I did like emergency practice better, but I wanted to be just independent and decide each day what I want to do on my own. So yeah, I quit my job in middle of December that year. That's when we went to Disney. And then just, have not worked a full-time job since then. I do pick up shifts here and there, just because they call me and need help filling in, and I enjoy it.
And you love the animals.
Yep. Yeah, it's challenging. It's fun when you go in. It's hey, Dr. Smith, fantastic. Thanks for helping out so much, as opposed to what most people have to face at work of, the daily grind and everything like that. So it's an enjoyable thing to get out and socialize and to do what I love and what I've always done too. So
now, following your timeline, I see an awful lot of fishing pictures there.
yeah, here's my
Do you find
my fishing shirt here.
okay? Who made it?
Me.
And so the question is substantially, how has life changed? It's like you're living, an enhanced version. This is Dr. Smith version 2.0.
Right.
And you did not drop everything and move to like the Beverly Hillbillies to Beverly Hills.
No.
You're kind of living your life, but things have just completely changed and are different for you.
Right. The big factor is the stress level, the financial stress level. We want to have our kids in private school. My oldest son just started college, and to be able to pay for engineering school cash without any worry about where the money's coming from. To take vacations instead of staying with my parents, renting a place. If we want to visit them, we can still visit, but because they live in Florida and, part of the year, and we can rent a place instead of having to all hunker down with them and go do the things that we want to do. So it really just frees up a lot of stress. And even when I go back to fill in at the ER, everybody comments how relaxed I am, and nothing seems to bother me. You know, it's just the stress that used to drive me crazy, and you'd get, you know, stressed at work. I laugh more, and you know, don't let clients that are upset bother me as much. So that's kind of that part of it. Just I'd say the stress level.
So basically, you're leading the life that you want,
right,
not the life that you have to.
Yeah. I have no desire to have, you know, a lot of the younger guys that are in internet marketing space want to show off the Ferraris and buy the fancy cars, and you know, it's nice. I mean, I drive new cars, but I don't need that to make myself feel better or to impress anybody else, or I don't get a big charge out of that. I get a charge out of being able to do stuff for my kids.
Now, over the years, now I remember you would send me reports and stuff like that. You started getting invited into like secret groups on Facebook and Skype for the high mucky mucks.
Right.
I'm not making that up, am I?
No, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yes, Skype groups and Slack groups and, you know, those kind of things where a lot of the kind of the new strategies are being tested. So I had all that inside information, and also people were often amazed that of the results that I would get with my ad spend, because I typically, you know, have a pretty good return on my investment. And
then didn't people, if I recall, companies started coming to you to woo you to them? Right.
Yeah. They have various different platforms, and there's been a bunch over the years, you know, represent, and
some of them worked and some of them not so good.
Correct.
And platforms that you were on also, I guess, consumers insisted on changes.
Right.
So it's been a heck of a ride for you. So let me ask you, because you don't just do one thing. I'm going to ask you a really good question. Want a truthful answer.
Okay.
Can someone make a living on the internet?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can someone make a good living on the internet?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Even if they failed before.
Yep. Yeah, I had failed at all. You know, every time I would try something new, I would invest a bunch of money into it. I would not succeed or succeed marginally, and I'd go back to veterinary medicine and work extra hours to bail myself out. I haven't had to do that, and I can exceed by 2 times or 3 times or more what I used to make, working a lot less stress, and, you know, from the comfort of wherever I want to be. So,
okay, now let's go back to the inner recesses of your memory. After the first couple of months, I recall trying to ask you to share your strategies with me, and let's go public and let's teach people. And I always got a no, not ready for that. No, I don't think so, whatever. I was kind of surprised when I sent you a text message this week and I got a yes. Are you ready to take people and show them patiently how they can succeed?
Yes.
Okay. You look pretty congruent with that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, guys, I'm going to be doing a webinar with Dr. Chris coming up. Right below this video is a link to register. And one of the things that we've talked about, not on this video, is not holding stuff back. Like what works, what doesn't. In our call, some of the names that are out there that have like really good names that people have heard of aren't working so well anymore. There have been changes in Amazon, and I see people starting to worry because, you know, President-elect Trump has said things like, you know, there are going to be tariffs with China and so forth, and the whole business may change. So what we're looking at here is something that's proven for today and tomorrow. this is not a quick trick.
Correct.
Okay. Well, we'll be talking personally in the next couple of days, making sure that this is just an absolutely blow-away experience for people who do it. And make sure that you wear your first fishing hoodie during the webinar for good luck.
All right.
Does your wife let you wear that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for joining me.
All right. Thanks.
Bye-bye.